I think I tried to possibly get shut down. Isn't that some stuff? So what I'm doing right now, I'm waiting for folks to kind of gather in before I actually cut into it. A lot of you guys should get notifications and all the good stuff. If you are watching this right now, welcome. There is a really good chance that I'm not going to go into anything or say anything or do anything until I am about a good um, 3 minutes or so into it. But anyway, let's see. Let's delete you forever because I don't know what happened there. I usually go away about a good 3 minutes before I actually get into the video. That allows people to come in here and say hello, announce who they are. It's possibly a good chance for a lot of folks to give shout outs and so on and so forth. So thus far, I see that there are 5 people in here. And again, if you are watching this, we are about 1 minute into it, and I'm not going to say anything to about a good 3-4 minutes, sometimes actually 5 minutes. That just allows people to kind of get into it and come in here and say their hellos, all that good stuff. So Google Barbara Learner Spectra. You're a cool dude, sis. Appreciate that. Let's see. Non-lethal. How you doing, sis? I think that was really strange. The last video that I just put up there that they actually pulled it down. Well, I don't know if they pulled it down, but it's the fact that I couldn't see myself. So that was really, really weird. Let Lethal know that I started somewhere else. She probably is going to catch on to it, and once she gets out of that video, because I just got done deleting it. We are about 2 minutes into it, folks. And again, I'm not going to go into a lot of this, what I'm have up here, until about a good 3 or 4 minutes into it. Just allow people to come into it. So if you are watching this video and you watching this the next day, which would be August the 19th, you might want to skip ahead to the 3 minute. And if you get to the 3 minute mark and you hear me say again, guys, I'm going to wait till 4 minutes. So you might want to skip to the 4 minute mark. I'm just giving you a heads up because I'm not going to get into it till afterwards. So Lethal, what was it showing? What was it showing, Lethal? Like mine just looked like it was a purple camera with a slash going through, but that was it. So the screen was just black. New subscriber from Boston. How we doing there? Jason Henley said, yep, YouTube hates the empowered black man. It is really weird. I mean, I'm talking to even the reaction videos that I've been doing. I just know for a fact that there's no way that there, you have over 130 subscribers and you post a video and it only get 100 or 200 views. That's crazy. I was getting more views than that when I had like 2,000 subscribers. So I know something is up. Patrick Post said you had me hooked with the last live. Appreciate that. Hope my mic sound. Wait, does my mic sound? My mic should sound way better. And Jason Heyman said you're dangerous, bro. Yeah, I know. Appreciate it. It's more like a threat, a huge threat, a huge threat. We are almost 4 minutes into it, folks, and I'm still allowing folks to come into it, so I might take it on to 5 minutes before I get into it. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all have not been getting notifications or anything like that. I know. Even though y'all have y'all notifications set to all, it's obvious that this is what's going on. It's obvious that that YouTube is censoring things that I'm doing, whatever like that. It's obvious, very much so obvious. So anyway, I thought someone was going to be here that's not here yet because I was going to see if they wanted to do a call in. So anyway, hello to everybody that's in here thus far. Hope you guys all having a good evening, a good day, depending on what side of the pond that you are on. So as you guys can see from the, you guys are seeing from the title of this video, when I say the organization is showing you, they're showing you exactly, they're showing you exactly who they are. They're showing you exactly who they are. And so Deanna says, I just want to say I love your reactions. Thank you. Let me give away to give this disclaimer real quick. If you are on a computer and you want me to see your comment, make sure you put the @ sign and then start to spell out modern. And when you put like MODER, it should fill it in for you. When it fill it in, hit enter, type out your message, hit enter again. If you are on a tablet or a phone, try to put the @ sign in capital MRM and spell out your message that you want me to see, and then we'll be able to go from there. So anyway, with that being said, folks, you see the title said the organization is showing you exactly who they are. If you have been just seeing what people have been posting about this organization that I'm not going to name, because it seems that if I even do name the organization, my videos get, my videos get taken down or taken off or demonetized, or it gets flagged for hateful speech or calling out a certain group or anything like that. But anyway, if you are seeing the different videos that a lot of folks have been posting about an organization, you see that this organization has become violent. The organization is now going after people and beating people up. The organization is actually telling people that they need to give them their homes. And there's more context to it, because you know me, look, guys, I'm unbiased. Somebody came and told me that this organization said, all white people need to give us their homes. And I'm like, well, let me go and try to find out what the context is to this. So what I do, I go and ask, I go and look at the videos, and the girl clearly said that. She clearly said that that white folks need to give up the house. One person said, I think this girl also said she lived in the neighborhood and she was pushed out. What does pushed out mean? That's what I like to ask. See, she said, I lived in this neighborhood and I was like one of the only black families that was still here, and they pushed me out. How did they push you out? They physically came and grabbed you and threw you out. I don't think so. If there happened to be an inflation, you couldn't afford it no more. I get it, but well, that's their way of pushing you out. That happens. Inflation literally happens. But the thing is that, again, what messes people up is that, guys, I'm telling you, one of the most dangerous things that's been done to a lot of black folks, and I said it in my last video, you are being trained to come up with excuses. Not truth, not facts, but excuses. She said, I was the last black person here when I would ask, well, then they pushed you out. What do you mean by they pushed you out? Oh, they knew that I was black and all this, so they increased the rent and knew I couldn't afford it. No, actually, inflation happens almost every year. So, but no, because they knew that no, it has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with inflation. Cost of living goes up, and a lot of times, most jobs, because of all the things that's been done, a lot of jobs are not given something called a merit increase. So you didn't get the merit increase. Patrick Post said, I didn't know that. Yep. And so that's what happens. So your taxes are going to go up. Sometimes the cost of living is going to go up. Milk goes up. I mean, my God, my wife told me the other day, we hardly eat it. But my wife told me the other day that we eat it like whenever I want a breakfast. But that's occasionally, like once every month. But she showed me that bacon was $9. So things are going to have to be compensated for that. And if you live in a certain neighborhood or in a certain place and you're renting, I don't know if people do this anymore. Read your lease. If you own a house and you are on a fixed mortgage, they can't say, well, I'm increasing your mortgage. No, that doesn't work that way. But if you are renting, it says in there, once you are locked into that lease, you pay that amount of rent for the remaining of your lease. When you renew the lease, it says within most leases that they have a right to increase the rent or increase the monthly payment once that lease is over with. They say that in the lease. So don't say that they pushed you out. That's what I'm saying. Again, the whole point of it is that you're being taught to come up with excuses. What is the reasoning? Are they trying to create more inflammatory news? Absolutely, Patrick Post. Right now, folks are just looking for a reason just to complain and blame somebody else for their situation. That's what it all comes down to. Right now, everybody, opportunists, are jumping on board to try to voice their opinion, or not even really opinion, but just they want somebody to hear them. They just want somebody to hear their complaints about why things isn't fair for them, why things isn't going there. Let me turn this a little bit more, give me a little bit more leverage room. Why things aren't going their way, why they're being done wrong or anything like that. That's what they're doing. It's not even about what they actually can do. All they want to do is live off of the excuses that they have, and the excuses that this movement wants to keep on giving them. But the issue with this is that nobody's talking about a way out. I'm gonna tell y'all one of the most crazy, deceitful things that people can do to folks mentally, and I call it like the motivational okie doke, or the motivational deceit. And here's the issue with motivational deceit, folks. The people that are talking to you and trying to motivate you and leave positive impacts on you, a lot of people mean well, just like ministers do. A lot of ministers, even myself, a lot of ministers I've been around mean well. This is the stuff that I've noticed. This is the stuff that I've studied, things that I've looked at intently. They mean well, but a lot of people are rinse and repeat. Motivational speakers and even ministers, they get you pumped up, they get you feeling good. But the question comes down to it, did any real change happen? See, motivational speakers are just like evangelists. They come to the church, they might be there for 2-3 days, y'all have a revival, every night. And within a revival, they're talking, they're preaching, they're getting people all pumped up, and folks are feeling, oh, we revival. Or even a motivational speaker come to a certain seminar. Folks go there, the power of thinking and the power. And see, but what happens is that once they get you pumped up, get you feeling good, you get this outlook on life. Oh, things are definitely going to change. Once that motivational speaker or that evangelist is gone, within 3 weeks, people get brought right back down to where they were again. And that's what I call like the motivational, the evangelical deceit. It ain't that they're trying to, but folks, the main way that it works is that you have to remain there with the person. I think that's one of the great benefit it is to actually having this channel. I'm actually able to stay here and remain with you guys. And what makes it so much better is that I don't have to be the type of evangelist. I think like what I do now, yes, it's kind of neat. That, I mean, if you get called to preach at a church, it's nice to go there and meet people, shake their hands, and talk with them on a personal basis. But once I or any other evangelist or minister, preacher, teacher, motivational speaker, once you leave those people's city or their town, they're left to themselves. And a lot of people don't get something what I call continuous coaching, where the person remains there. Like, that's what makes this YouTube thing and me talking to you guys like this so great. I get to remain here and get to continuously talk to you guys and coach you along the way, because that's what's needed. Jesus wasn't with the disciples, went there and motivated them and talked to them for 3 days or 4 days, and then he left. They was with him for years as he coached them along the way. A lot of people don't understand that. See, you read the Bible, and if you are Christian, if you're not a Christian, great. I'm just telling you, when you read the Bible, you read these chapters in the Bible, and it's like it's over. It seems like it just happened. When you read it, seems like it happened all, you read from the Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the beginning to the end. When you read that, it makes you feel like all this stuff happened with Jesus and disciples like within a month, but it didn't. It was a course of 3 years. Jesus was with them for 3 whole years. You know what I mean? So in other words, that's what I'm saying. The important thing about this is that you need to have somebody there that's actually going to continuously coach you, because a lot of people's mind is not at a point to where they actually can get themselves to a point to where they can stay on straight street and remain there in the pocket of not being brought back down. A lot of people, they get the feeling good, they get these good words, they get this good wisdom, but then they don't actually apply it. And it's not, a lot of times it's not their fault. Sometimes, you haven't been taught how to actually apply it. And in doing so, by not learning how to apply it, you fall back into what you've always done. So I'm just telling you the flat out truth, because I had to learn what it meant to apply. And mainly this, and I'm trying to give you guys a little shortcut here. The main way that you're going to know that you are over something, the main way that you're going to know that you have defeated something or passed something, you have to be put in a situation to be past it. You know what I'm trying to say? Let me read something here. This says, underprivileged, disadvantaged, and less fortunate, not your fault. It's unfairness. Removes personal responsibility. It's poison. Yeah, I said it the other day. Absolutely. It absolutely does. It absolutely 100%. That's what it does. So the whole thing of it's not your fault. Yeah, for choices you make in your life, it is. Now, it's not your fault what type of situation that you are born into, or anything like that. But when you get to a certain age where you're able to do for yourself, then there's no more excuse for why you are where you are, especially when you have the ability to go and do it. People need to get a perspective. It's not like we're living in Darfur. I have no idea what that is, John. So anyway, so what reason why I'm saying all that is because, like I said, with this whole notion right here with this organization, see, what a lot of people don't know is that if you don't have, I'm just being real with you guys. I'm telling you the honest truth. I can't help but to give you guys the honest truth and tell you the truth about this. I'm telling you 100%. Unless you had a different type of circumstance, a lot of reasons why a lot of stuff is happening like it is because there is not any strong fathers in their children's lives, strong husbands making sure they're covering for their wives. I'm telling you, you can disagree. That's completely fine. But I'm telling you from somebody that actually talked to powerful women who have high paying jobs and they're single and they doing it and all that. It looks good on paper. It looks good in word and all that. But in real life, no. I'm telling you right now, to be able to have a strong father for your kids and have a strong husband as a wife, it makes a world of a difference. It takes a lot of things off of you. A lot of things, it's proven medicinally that a lot of things that men and women deal with emotionally, physically, it takes a greater toll on women than it do men. Oh, no, it don't. No, women can do just, I'm telling you right now, listen to me. There are women that I know of for a fact that when they joined, I don't have nothing against women doing any of the things I'm getting ready to talk about. So don't try to scratch this, but I'm just telling you what can happen. There have been women that have joined the military and done things that, first of all, the military had to lower their standards just so the women can actually get in there and do it, right? That's already, it had to be lowered. So now with them lowering those physical activities and all the different things they had to do, the men, of course, excelled in it. But what they didn't do is what they don't tell you guys is this, and you can look it up. Don't trust me like I tell you. Don't just take my word for it. Go and look it up. Men and women, listen to me. The standards had to be lowered. Now, this is the truth, but I'm giving it to you in a metaphorically way, not hypothetical, but in a metaphorical way and a spiritual sense too. The standards had to be lowered physically. The men and women did the same exact thing. The long-term effect, the women end up developing a whole bunch of internal issues that was a result of them doing all that physical stuff that they were doing. Even though those standards were lowered, the men didn't have nothing. The women, I mean, most of the women that were in the military, they did all this crazy, strenuous stuff like the men were doing. Even though the standards were lowered, they end up having issues with developing ovarian cysts, fibroids. A lot of them end up having some of them went into like early menopause. Some of them end up having issues where they couldn't have children. And then the husband of the wife that was in the military wanted children, and they can't have children. So they end up getting a divorce because he wanted children and she became incapable of having children. I know you say, but that's pretty terrible, man. That's messed up that it happened that way. But what I'm saying is this. Right now, if there were strong fathers in their children's lives, we wouldn't have to worry about this organization having these millennials all on their back. Guys, it's just like a gang. It's so easy for young people to join the gang. They're not looking at a gang because they want to get into trouble or they want to you have a moral compass within. You don't want to get into these organizations, gangs, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, organization, gangs, not just gangs, but organizations, they all have the same type of thing going on, and they recognize that. Most likely, you're going to be in a home where there's no father who's not going to be able to protect you, keep you on straight street. So these kids don't go into these organizations or get into these gangs with the intent of wanting to do anything bad. They go into it because somebody is showing them love. Somebody is showing them attention. Somebody is giving an excuse. Yeah, if you come on over here, we're going to make sure this happens for you. Having no idea they're setting you up for failure. They're setting you up to get in trouble. You know, it's the same exact thing. It's just all the way that this organization is doing right now. The way, Major League Baseball, okay? Major League Baseball is MLB. MLB backwards, y'all following me? MLB backwards is doing the same exact thing that gangs do. They know exactly that these kids most likely going to be vulnerable. They know most likely these kids are not going to have a father. That's why MLB backwards said they want to dismantle the nuclear family. It has nothing to do with them separating the children from the mother. They already got that. It has everything to do with getting that man out the house. I told y'all in my other video, it's so true, these different things that the Bible gives us. When it talks about a spirit going back, it says that it wants to go back there to overtake. It said the only way it can actually get in there and take things over is it has to overtake the strong man. Look, I don't have nothing. Look, I'm telling you 100%. Most of my bosses have been women. It's nothing to do with that. But when you talking on this thing, if you talking to some of those women that actually have these powerful paying positions, I kid you not. I'm not gonna call their names out. They know who they are. A lot of my bosses and all that I've had in the past, and a lot of people that have high paying positions that are single women that got children. The father's not in the children's life. These women have like directors and executives and all that. Guess who was there keeping their kids on straight street? I am. They're asking me, can you please, my child, my pre-teenager, my teenager. I'm like, now look, I'm telling you right now, you want me to go and talk to your child? I'm not nobody. I'm not going into this thing getting ready to try to soothe your child and honey, what's going on? No, I'm going in there. I'm going to be real with your child just as I am with my own son. So I'm saying this in the real world. I'm noticing this, but out there in the fake world, the MLB backwards is not telling folks this. Your children are vulnerable to join gangs and do all these things like that. A whole bunch of different things. Because when I say strong fathers, I'm not talking about just having a father there. Like, oh, my son has a father who lives with it. I'm talking about a strong father who is actually in your child's life, know what's going on, asking questions, not taking no bull crap, not trying to be your child friend, not caring if your child hates you or don't like. That's not that's what I'm saying. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to make sure that my child likes me or anything like that. My number one thing here to do is make sure I'm raising my child to be a law-abiding citizen in the United States, to not get in trouble. Whether he liked the way that I'm doing this or not, that doesn't concern me, because once I let my children go on their own, they still want to make a decision, do the right thing. Then they get to realize, oh man, he was trying to keep me from these consequences. But at the moment that I'm training my children and disciplining my children as they grow up, I don't care if they like me or don't like me. Them feelings come and go. That's all they are. Everybody had, oh man, I hate my dad. Yeah, okay, yeah, hate me all you want to. You can say it all you want to, but that's because they're immature in the mind. They don't understand. I understand all that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this: just like gangs, MLB backwards, they know that these children are vulnerable. They know that they don't have no strong fathers that's going to be there to protect them, because most strong fathers like, get your butt back over here. But dad, come here. Let me talk to you and show you the real truth about this, son. This is what MLB backwards is about right here. Is this what you want? You see how they sat there and beat that man right there? They pulled this man out of his truck, beat him up, sat there, and he's sitting on the ground dazed, and went up to him and kicked him in the face and looked like it almost killed him. This what you want to go down there and tear up businesses. Son, what if that was my business down there that they're tearing up? What do you think about that now? Look here, son. You want to go and march with these people? Let me show you something, son. You remember that place we go over there to get that good to get the good food from? Yeah, it's called Miss Louise. Guess what? Let me show you what the black folks did to Miss Louise's shop. Look at that. See, no, that's what I'm saying. Real father. I'm not saying nothing about mothers either. So that my point is, that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the number one thing that is a complete disaster to blacks is not having a father there. And I'm going to continue to push that. I see the results within my own self. I see results within my own house. I see the results with the people that I actually counsel and coach along the way. Not having a strong father, male figure there, can actually be like completely detrimental. I'm telling you, it makes it so easy for your child to join organizations or gangs or anything like that they probably would not do if there was a strong father there, plain and simple. Okay, Christopher, let me read this real quick. It says, Christopher Riley said, I agree. I made choices in high school that would lead to horrible life, but I changed, went to a 2-year mission for church. Now I'm married and starting a company. Christopher, that is awesome. Awesome. Glad to hear that. So anyway, folks, what I'm saying is this. There is no question in my house what my sons are going to do. Now, like I told y'all, people are like, well, I mean, people told me, oh, well, when your son turned 2, you're going to have terrible twos. No, I didn't. I didn't have no terrible twos. My son acted terrible. Please. He learned real quick. Oh, you're going to have furious 5. Please. Oh, when they become teenagers, Please, not in my house. I don't know who told you all that BS, but not in my house. I wish my child in my house, in my kingdom, in my domain. And you think you gonna come in here running it? Please, right now. Oh well, when my sons are 18 and 16. If you guys met my children out and about, if y'all happen to see us out, I will literally separate myself from them and let y'all have a conversation with them and ask them, will your dad really? I bet they'll look at you like, yeah, he would. Yes, he would. He wouldn't even hesitate. Hey, my sons are 18 and 16 right now. Try me. It's easy now. And there's really no more that I need to teach them at the age that they're at right now. 18 to 16, there's no more I need to teach them. They know all my principles, they know all the oracles, they know everything that I stand on. If they don't want to live up to those standards while they're still in my house, go and find your own domain and do what you want to do there. That's what's going to happen. So again, this is what folks are not telling you guys. In the 1960s, I think like before the civil rights movement, there was way more married couples, black, with their children than it is now. And from what I've been studying, it got worse after affirmative action. Yeah, it got worse with welfare. The family unit got worse once welfare kicked in and affirmative action kicked in. Yes, I told you I've been studying, I've been loving it. I got the stats and all that. I'm telling you right now, it's absolutely amazing. Strategically done. It goes for white people too, that the welfare system and affirmative action literally almost made it easy to dismantle the nuclear family. So with Major League Baseball, MLB backwards going in saying they want to disrupt the nuclear family, I mean, it's kind of already done. But to me, the reason why I get involved in this is because, listen to me, before MLB backwards, if you know what MLB backwards is, just think about that. ML, for the ones that not follow me, MLB. Now spell that backwards. Then, yeah, before they talked about disrupting the nuclear family, 75% of all blacks don't have father in the home. That was already done, right? So just follow me. This is why I find this so peculiar. If 75% of all blacks don't have the father in the home, MLB backwards saying they're going to disrupt the nuclear family, that's telling me they're coming after folks like me. I want you to please do. Please. They won't do it. They won't do it. They don't want to debate. They don't want to talk. All they want to do is stand off to the side or somewhere else and scream stuff. But they don't want to talk to a real black person like me. I'm not saying real black person. I'm talking about, look, you know, it's too funny. It just can't happen because, one, it's a danger to them. Oh my God, this dude knows what he's talking about. Oh my God, this dude is coming at us with facts. Oh my God, this dude happened to go read history. Don't go and tell the black people about these statistics and these facts, man. Don't do that because we got something going right now. No, what you got going right now is absolutely stupid. It's going to set these young people up for failure and it's going to make it worse. And the only thing it's going to do is set them up for failure to the point where they can't get a great education. They won't go to school. They're going to drop out of high school. And by doing so, it's going to put them at a socioeconomic level that's going to make them go stay right back in the ghettos and the projects and the messed up neighborhoods. And what they're going to do, they're going to stay there and complain how, look, all these rich people. Can y'all believe that? Even I have a lot of family members that sit there and say, oh, you know, they rich. I'm like, oh my God, I get it now. I totally understand it. You look at me and my living standards and you instantly just say, my Uncle Tylen is rich because he got all this and he got all that. No, you have no idea what rich actually even means or wealth even means. But my point in saying that is that what's going on right now, these young people are being set up for failure. They already at a starting off low anyway, but it's going to get even worse because now they're giving you, and you seeing people going out there, and it looks like it's a positive loop, even though what the wrong thing is going on. But the more things you see going on, that's, you know, within yourself, young people, you know within yourself that what's going on is completely wrong. But what confuses them is that your mind is not fully mature right now. And what confuses you is that by seeing the news channels keep on, you know, edifying, and the news channels keep on making it seem like what's going on is right, it starts to mess with your moral compass, and you get to start to thinking, well, maybe this is not wrong. But within yourself, you know what's going on is absolutely wrong. But you got a lot of peer pressure going on. Y'all got a lot of different complexes that y'all dealing with. You are dealing with your friends. You already come from a bad area. Now you're dealing with, you possibly might lose your friends. The only friends that you have. You might be dealing with the fact that you might be on medication right now for your depression. Now you got your friends over here. The few friends that you got, you don't want to lose your friends, even though you know what's going on in the world is wrong. So you got a lot of stuff that you got going on right now that actually goes against this whole narrative right now. But no matter what, you have to make sure that within yourself, you always stand up for that which is right. You're going to be an easy target because there's nobody there to protect you and guide you and coach you away from this stuff. There's people like me that's trying to sit there and tell you, I know the long-term effects of this, that they're not telling you. I know what's going to happen in the future 4 years from now. Whoever gets elected, whatever happens, whoever gets elected, if you are still in the, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're not telling you. Follow me now. I'm trying to tell somebody something here. What they're not telling you is this. It does not, at this point, to some of you folks that are actually going along with this MLB backwards, who the ones that's going along with BL, I'm just going to say, I don't care. Take my video down. I don't care. Whoever is going along with Black Lives Matter right now, what you don't understand is that it's not going to matter who wins the election. Your mind has already been taken over to follow along with this certain way of thinking. Once that part of thinking becomes in your brain and it gets implanted, and you keep on doing these actions and you keep on following after this and you keep on going after these, what you claim is injustice, but what you're doing is injustice. Once they become in you and a part of you, it becomes your attitude. It becomes your behavior. It does not matter who's going to win this election, because guess what? Right here, you are already gone. And if right here is already gone, and in the end it's going to be failure, it does not matter who's going to win, because you're already on your way to failing. It doesn't matter who wins. The same way that the world has been going on, as far as you trying to get a job, you trying to get an education, you not getting yourself pregnant, you not messing around with no low lives, you not becoming a baby mama. That mindset is already in you, because these gangs, organizations, Black Lives Matter, have become your fathers. I'm telling you right now, it is strategically done. Hip hop, rap and all that crap like that, all that stuff. I'm not saying that when I say rap, I'm talking about certain styles of rapping, certain types of rapping. If it's not edifying you and lifting you up or anything like that, that has become your father. Hip hop has become a lot of you children's father. Gangs have become a lot of these children's fathers. This organization, Black Lives Matter, have become a lot of your fathers. If Black Lives Matter wanted to reword what they said in their mission statement, they need, instead of saying we disrupt the nuclear family, they should say we disrupt more fathers from the home. So the reason why I told you guys all this is, again, let me go back to this because I got thrown off. 75% of all blacks don't have a father in the home. Black Lives Matter says we look to disrupt the nuclear family. That means you coming after people like me, the remaining 25% who is in the home with their children. Please do. Please come after me with y'all words. Come at me intellectually. Come at me intellectually and try to disprove what I'm saying. You're not going to do it. You are not going to do it, because the fact that people are going to look at me, and folks that know me from the street, a real dude from the streets, who family is still involved with a ton of high crime stuff right now. You are not going to be able to discredit somebody like me. You will not be able to come at me and say, well, you're not going to be able to do it. My mom was able to raise us to a certain extent at a certain age. By the time we hit 12, 13, my mom know it. And I'm just being real. She might be watching this right now. There was only a little bit she was limited in what she can do. Needed to have strong men in our lives, because once we reach a certain age, I mean, she would try to beat us and whoop us, whatever like that. But it was like, okay, it's not hurting us anymore. It's not doing that. So the best she can do is just be like, well, you get out. Something of the sort like that. So that's what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to come at me and discredit me. I was on the streets, drug dealings and stuff like that, fighting, shooting, all the whole nine, to be able to come. And I've never been to jail, anything. I just didn't get caught from a lot of stuff that I did. Stealing from stores and all stuff like that just to eat. Going around, being poor, picking cans just so I can eat. You are talking to a real dude that came from all kinds of various circumstances to get where I am right now. Please try to come and discredit me in any way. When I show you along the way of the people I met, when I show you along the way, I pull out my transcript and show you how I had to start off in remedial classes, whatever like that, or prerequisites and all that, and going to tutoring. And I will show you my transcript of how I ended up with a 3.9 in the end. Worked my butt off, studied, did things, hustled. And you're not going to be able to come back and discredit me and tell me that I got there because when no white folks, well, here, let me give you the grade because you're black and you're disadvantaged. No, if my grades was not up to par, if my work was sloppy, I got a bad grade. plain and simple. And this is what they're not telling you, young black folks. If you are listening to this, I need to retitle this to say, young black folks, listen to this. That's what I need to do. I'm going to re-edit it and do that, because you are not going to get anywhere. You will not. I repeat, it's been going on since the 60s. You are not going to get anywhere if you are not going to sit there and make yourself and will yourself to want to do good. It's real simple. It's a simple choice, just like it was in the beginning in the garden. Do you want to know the knowledge of good and evil, or do you want to remain with God's principles and say, just don't go and eat from the tree? It's that simple. Just don't eat from this tree. You got all this opportunity. See, that's what I'm saying. In the beginning, folks, let me paraphrase a little story for y'all. I mean, let me make it a little bit more modern for the people that don't actually know a lot about the Bible. A lot of folks know the story about Adam and Eve, but what a lot of people don't understand is the message behind it. God simply said, don't eat from this tree right here. Don't eat from this tree. See, what this organization has done to you guys is got y'all to focus on that tree, just like the serpent had Eve do it. Had you focus on the tree, beguiled you. It looks so interesting. Why can't I? Why can't I? Why? And now you ate from the tree and find out in the end it's going to lead it to death. I'm talking emotionally and spiritually is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about physically, which it can. But my point is, it led to death. Can't get out of it. You stuck. You're going to be in the same predicament. It's going to be a rinse and repeat. You're going to keep on repeating a generation of children that's going to do the same thing that you did, or if not even worse. But what they don't tell you is in the garden that God had Adam and Eve is, what about all the opportunity or those different trees? They represent opportunity. Look at all the different trees I told you that you can eat from. But somebody came in and tricked you and got your focus to focus on the one I told you that you couldn't. That's what's messing a lot of y'all up. Somebody got y'all focused on something right now, all because they said, don't go over here, don't eat from this. But all you care about, well, why can't I? Well, I want to go over there. No. Look at all the opportunities that you have. Somebody lied to you and told you that racism is systemic racism and white privilege is your knowledge of good and evil. When God is still today trying to tell you, look at all these opportunities that you have. Look at all these opportunities. You still can go to school. You can get a good job. You can make good choices not to get yourself pregnant. Well, no, they don't. Yes, it does. Don't sleep with nobody. They're not telling you that in school. That's what they need to get back to. Man, I need to start a school called Modern Renaissance Elementary. You will not be even hearing about sex in the school. You don't need to be talking about sex in the school at all. It will not be going on in the school that I will have. It will not even be, no, absolutely 100% no. Because there's some things that don't need to be taught to a child until a child actually starts to have a natural interest in it. But y'all doing things our early time with these young kids, having them thinking about sex and stuff when they shouldn't even be doing that right now. So anyway, I got off again, guys. My point is saying is that, again, the knowledge of good and evil was a tree. But all those other trees in the garden are all the opportunities that every last person right here, whether you're white or black, that you have right now. But the issue is they got you focused on the one that they told you not to. So-called systemic racism, so-called white privilege, so-called disadvantages, so-called disproportionately, so-called police is just seeking black folks out, so-called lynching. That's the trick of the devil. The trick of the devil has always been to get your focus off of the opportunities that you have set in front of you and put you on stuff that ain't even going to benefit you, nothing whatsoever. It's not going, you going out and yelling Black Lives Matter, you going out and saying white privilege, and you going out saying these things or this and that. It's not going to lead to anything that's going to be prosperous or promising whatsoever. It's going to be a complete dead end. I'm trying to help some of you folks out, but y'all are not listening. It's going to be a dead end. If Biden wins, hey. If Trump wins, hey. But in the end, what you're not understanding is right now, if you are part of this stuff and you're going along with it, you're gone already. And then you got community leaders and folks like that. I know some of y'all are good. They know they're good friends of mine. We bump heads on this. I know that they're trying to do the right thing. You think that you're doing the right thing, but I have been there. I've done so many different things in my life that I'm telling you, I've been a part of people who wanted me to become a part of their organizations and all this, but all I do is I wait. Let me see what happens in the end. Let me see what the end results be. It's just like when I go and purchase a car. Salesman, I don't care. I don't care. Look, I already know what car I want or whatever. Like when I got my truck, I know what I want. But in the end, let me see what my end result payment is going to be. Well, no, see, we can get you set up with some low payment. I don't want to hear all that. Show me that statement. Let me see the overall price. When I get done paying this truck off, how much am I going to owe? well, you're gonna owe 17,000, and no, is that 17,000 with interest too? What about with the interest? Well, with the interest, it may be 28. I don't want that truck. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I do with people. I don't care about what y'all saying that this organization, it entails this. I want to know, what is the overall result? What is the mission? What is the end result? Because if the end result is going to be something that's not going to benefit nobody whatsoever, I don't want to be a part of it. Your actions and what you're doing right now is showing what you're all about. Black folks, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, name one thing, just one, and this is what people get mad at me about. I told them, name one thing that Black Lives Matter has done for you. Yeah, I got my air on, I'm still hot. That's what I want to know. And I'm sorry that I don't see a lot of things you guys got going on right now. I'm sorry I'm not seeing some of y'all's. Stephanie Grace, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. But that's what I want to know. Show me, what have they done for you? Show me that if this thing is about good, if it is indeed about good, show me. Look at their actions. In the Bible, what Jesus was doing was absolutely good. His actions, his apostles, his disciples, their actions proved well. It proved well. But what you're seeing right now, these people are doing things that are wrong, burning stuff down, tearing stuff up, being evil. I mean, come on, where did you see that at? People are, well, you know, Jesus did go into the, oh, no, we're not talking about that. Jesus was getting thieves out of the temple. So don't even try to make that comparison. That's a whole different ball game. Nice try, though. Anyway, but seeing what Jesus was doing, seeing his example, what he was doing was a good thing. He was showing good. He was leading by example. The actions and the things that he was doing, it led to righteousness. The things that he was doing had good results. People went around, oh my God, this guy's doing this, he's doing that. And they were doing good things. Ended up having a huge following because they were doing things out of righteousness. If a person is doing things out of righteousness, their actions, their behavior, their attitude should display their righteousness. What this organization has done is they made it like they were saying things that they were going to do in righteousness. But tell me, what are their actions portraying? Tell me. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm people think like, look, I don't dislike no person. If you are a part of Black Lives Matter as an individual, I don't dislike you at all. What I'm disliking is the overall mission of what you are a part of. That's why I think you need to really think. When I say, no, I'm not for Black Lives Matter, you get offended. You instantly get mad at me, but I'm not mad at you because you're a part of it. What I am upset with is the whole overall mission of the organization that you are part of. What I'm a part of is about love. What I'm a part of is about building folks up. What I'm a part of is about getting people to stand on their own 2 feet to be able to go and prosper and do things. What I'm a part of is something that actually is as a kingdom that's not of this world. That's why you're not liked in this world. What I'm a part of always follow with good behavior, good attitude. It follows with good results. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of something like that? I'm not trying to say come to my church. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about following something that leads and has results that are absolutely 100% well. It has good character in it, good behaviors in it, good results. I know I keep on repeating myself, but what you don't see in what I'm doing and what I'm a part of, I'm not going in there and specifically telling you that I'm here to disrupt something that actually is supposed to be, that's something that's supposed to be beneficial to you. Your father and your mother are beneficial to you as a child. This gang that you're part of is telling you, we're going to disrupt that. And you just jump on board with it without even thinking. That's what I'm saying. If you are a single mother, I'm telling you right now, if you are a single mother, I know that you're doing everything that you can, because I got a lot of y'all in here that are single mothers. If you are a single mother, do everything that you can for your child. But I'm telling you right now, if it be possible, if you have a brother, please, I'm telling you, you don't think it's going to be, but you are not your child. Link your child up with a strong male model, a role model, an uncle, a brother of yours, somebody. I mean, do something. I mean, have your child. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of the most beneficial things you can do for your child, be it male or female. I know you don't think so, but you're talking to somebody that came from a single parent home that knows for a fact that if I did not have certain strong male role models in my life, that I'll probably be one of the ones in Chicago y'all hear about shooting somebody up or buzzing. I would be one of the ones down there rioting right now. I'll be one of the ones going along with something all because I'm angry. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of folks, y'all don't understand. There's a lot of children. The Bible says, fathers, provoke not your child to wrath. If you are not in your child's life, the children make, all you gotta do is, I'm telling y'all, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, if they got songs they have out right now to where they are scolding their fathers who was not in their lives. That stuff brings about wrath, that anger, and if that stuff is in these young people like that and it's built up in them, it's they gotta let that anger out somewhere. So right now, this is just giving them a leeway to just release all that pent up anger and stuff. And now that they get to do it freely without no consequences, oh my God. I mean, it's no wonder no wonder they're doing it, folks. They don't have the mind to control it. There's no strong men there to keep them children at check, at bay. There's none there. Then you got these crazy folks going out there and letting this stuff just like they're catering to it now. They're catering to it now. They'll oh yeah, honey. See, this is why they're doing this. No. Now you got the news. I mean, come on, guys. How can you, man? Woo, young folks. How can you not look at this and say, wait a minute, we can go down there and steal and they ain't gonna do nothing to us? Y'all know that's wrong. Y'all know it's wrong. But I understand that spirit or that influencing angels, angelic spirit. I'm not talking about the good angel, I'm talking about the fallen angel that's there with you, that's actually sitting there. Oh, I know you get all roused up, the adrenaline get to going, heart get to beating fast and all. Oh wow. So hey, girl, hey bro, let's go down there. Hey, police ain't even arrest nobody for it, man. But let's go. You go down there and you do it without even no thought. See, that's how easily you can be overtaken because there's no father there to put those emotions, to put those things you want to do at check. Now, y'all, I'm just being flat out real. I'm telling you, I'm being real. I know a lot of y'all mothers can say, no, I wish my son would. Your son is only doing it pretty much. The reason why he's probably not doing some of the stuff is because he's doing it out of respect for you. He don't want to hurt you or anything like that. But if your son, who might be 15, 16, he's 6 feet tall, whatever like that, if he wanted to do what he wanted to, those young teenagers know that they could. I know it. I'm telling you, I talk to these teenagers all the time. 14, 15, 16. They know that the only reason why they're halfway doing what their mom is telling them to do a lot of times is because they just kind of doing it out of a little bit of respect. But they know within themselves, if I wanted to run over my mom, I know I could. Like if I wanted to stay out till 1 o'clock in the morning, came in, all she gonna do is yell at me. All she gonna do is smack me and hit me and all that. But it's not gonna really do nothing because her smacks and hit don't hurt. But if there was daddy there who gonna sit there and grab your shirt and slam your butt up against the wall, and that's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. I'm telling you, folks, it's a different ball game. I've had it to where places that I've gone to, the like community places, they would have a person there that is a woman. I'm just, like I said, I'm not trying to look. This is not no thing against women. I'm just showing y'all some flat out true principles. I've seen female teachers, female organizers that were be in a room full of kids that just out of control, and she just stop it, guys, stop it right now. She's yelling all that, and the next thing you know, I go in there, sit down and shut up right now. Who was that? Who was that? You come here right now. I'll sit down. No, come here right now. No, sir, I'm serious. I'll sit down. I don't know what it is. I didn't make the rules or anything. Like, I don't know why. I don't know because maybe our voices are deeper. Maybe because most men have a bigger stature. Maybe because the fact that we just look more threat. I don't know what it is, but I do know that every time it has happened, the children seem to respond differently to male authority than they do to female authority. I've seen men act completely different when oh my God, this is so terrible, y'all. Y'all know how many times we had to sit there and pretty much help the female officer that came to try to break up two dudes fighting. You know how, like, man, she come there, stop right now, stop. Them dudes will look at that female officer, woman, please. I'm just being flat out real with y'all. I'm telling you. But men show up, it's a different ball game. I'm just telling y'all the flat out truth. I'm not putting no women down. I know women can do so many things. I'm saying this from a spiritual level that they know. Men actually know. That's why a lot of rapists that they talk about in prison, women, rapists in prison, they'll say things like, man, you say you sat there and watched this woman all this time and da-da-da-da. Yeah, I've been watching her for like 6 months. Well, then what made you decide to rape her now? That man said, because usually when she walk home, she has a man with her. So come on, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Predators, know that they prey on ones that are weak. Women, I know y'all can have a taser, y'all can have a gun. I hope y'all use it right. What I'm saying, they will not. A lot of folks got, oh man, I'm just trying to tell y'all, even though I know that they are standing up for you guys. I know women, I know y'all do. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all have equal rights and all that stuff too. You get equal pay. That's a whole big lie. They don't show y'all why they claim that y'all don't have equal pay. In my profession, matter of fact, I tell you what, when I graduated school for physical therapy back in 2008, everybody that I graduated with, we all pretty much was at the same pay rate. And it's more girls that was in my pro. I think it was like 6 guys out of 25 students. It was 6 guys in our whole classroom. So what if I would have said like, well, that's not equal. How come there's more women than there is men? Because the teachers tell you more women apply to this program than men do. And when we all graduate, we all pretty much start off at the same pay. But what they don't tell you a lot of times is they say, well, men make more money than women. Well, look at the long-term effects of that. How is it possible that men made more money than women? What? How? How? Let's say how many days were missed. Let's say how much time was taken off. Let's see if the man worked more overtime. It's going to be some factor that they don't tell y'all. Anyway, I don't know how I got on that, but my point of saying all that is this. Even within themselves, a lot of men, a lot of criminals are sitting there saying, yeah, keep on telling those women that. Keep on telling those women, oh, honey, you strong enough to fight a man back. If a man tries to overtake you, honey, you strong. Oh, man. Men are sitting there like, but then they try to make you feel like you can't say nothing as a man because then you're being misogynistic, egotistic, toxic masculinity. No, we're actually trying to help and protect you. We are real men. We are trying to help and protect you. We're not saying that women can't do or women shouldn't do certain things men do. We're not saying it because of the fact of saying you can't. That's not what we're saying. Like the man in Jurassic Park said, you were so focused on the fact that you could, you never stopped and thought if you should. See, you can do these things in the military. You can do some of these physical things, but nobody tells you what long-term effects it's going to have on you. We can do the same type of physical job. It's not going to do nothing to my anatomy. It's not going to do nothing to the inside of me physiologically. But a lot of women end up with a whole bunch of messed up issues from trying to do a lot of certain things that men do. It's a proven thing. So again, it ain't that women can't do certain things, but in the end, there's certain things that women shouldn't do anything only because of the long-term effects it can have on you. You're talking to somebody that treat people all the time, folks. I had a thing that I did not like doing when I was going through a certain part of therapy called women and men's health. Women's health. I mean, some of these women that did some of the jobs that they did, it messed their internal organs up, causing them to have early hysterectomies, having them to have ovarian cysts, all kind of crazy things from doing certain type of physical activity for a long period of time. I'm telling you the flat out truth, man. I'm telling y'all, but they're not going to tell y'all that because they're too busy trying to, yeah, you can. Yeah, don't let no man tell you. Don't let, and they don't know that in the end, just like they're doing with these kids right now in these organizations, they don't tell you in the end, you're going to be the one left with the hurt. You're going to be the one left with early onset arthritis. You're going to be the one left with early onset osteoarthritis. You're going to be the one left with cystic fibroids. Men can't get it. We don't have it. I mean, cysts and fibroids. We don't have that. You're going to be the one left with a prolapsed vagina. We don't get that. You're going to be the one left with a messed up fallopian tube that got to give a partial hysterectomy. Men don't get that. We don't get that. But they don't tell y'all that. There's things that happen once you start doing things strenuously all the time. It happens physiologically within your body that they don't tell y'all the long-term effects of it. Then you got people that's in medicine trying to say, hey, but now men are scared to say anything because now you're going to be a misogynistic, egotistic, toxic masculinity. You can call me all that stuff you want to. I'm still going to tell you the truth. I'm still going to tell you the facts. So what I'm saying that for is the fact that it's the same type of thing they're doing with these young kids. Go after them and tell them there's white privilege. Yeah. Go tell them that there's white privilege. Go tell them that, we're being disproportionate. Yeah, go say all that. But what they don't tell you is that when it's all over and it's all said and done in the end, you're going to be the one left with the issue and the problem, not them. Just like motivational speakers do. They motivate you for a minute, then they leave. Right now, with this Black Lives Matter, the main 3 founders of Black Lives Matter, y'all listen to me. Just like in gangs, folks, listen to me, in gangs, the leaders of a lot of gangs want the scouts, want the corner hustlers to do a lot of stuff. Then the leaders of the gang have the corner hustlers bring the money to them and they give them their cut. The leaders, the main kingpins and all that of the gangs, they ain't the ones out there risking their lives. The main organizers of Black Lives Matters, how come I don't hear about one of them out there throwing stuff and breaking stuff and burning cars? I don't see one of them going out there throwing Molotovs at police officers. I don't see none of them going out there busting up windows, burning up homes. I don't see none of them going out there beating up people at all. It's the same type of thing. That's why they've targeted mainly blacks, because just like in the hood, gangs usually go after young black children because they know that the daddy is not there. They know it's going to be easy to manipulate you. And guess what? You're just going to pretty much be like collateral damage. I mean, hey, if you die, them leaders ain't going to care. If something happened to you, them leaders are not going to care. But you better be well hooked up to where you better bring them their cut or whatever like that. In other words, you better be out there hustling, doing the job that they told you to do, because it makes you feel loved. It makes you feel like you're a part of something. It makes you feel like somebody's giving you that attention that you always wanted. It just makes me feel like I'm a part of a family. That's what's the bad thing about it. A lot of these kids join this stuff. A lot of these folks get into stuff because it makes them feel a part of something, but not knowing that in the end, it's setting you up just for death and failure. It's setting you up for a dead end road, and them leaders are not going to be there to pick you up. I'm telling you right now, they are not going to be there to pick you up. They're not going to be there to comfort you when, like, okay, like, let's just say it's going to happen. I'm telling you, things are going to continue to intensify. But what's going to happen? Regular law-abiding citizens, black and white, are sick and tired of this stuff. They're going to stand up to it. You talking about taking some people homes? In the areas that I live in the suburbs, I bet y'all don't come there talking about taking somebody. I bet this is what they're not telling y'all. I bet y'all don't show up like in the suburb areas that I lived in. I bet y'all don't show up to them suburb areas going in there saying, knocking on these people's doors saying, we want you to give up your house. You got we give you 2 hours to clean we'll get what you can out of the house, is gonna be ours. You probably gonna get shot in your head right there at the door. They're not telling you that. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what they do. This is what we call instigating. They'll tell you to go there and throw stuff. They'll tell you to go and loot. They'll tell you to go and riot. They'll tell you to go and throw Molotovs. They'll tell you to go and throw stuff at the police. But the leaders ain't doing it. They're not doing it, are they? No, absolutely not. They know better. They need you just for an agenda, folks. It's the same thing in the drug world. You're just a pawn. You're just part of their strategic thing. You're just somebody they need to move these chess pieces with. But guess what? In order to play a strategic game of chess or checkers, we need to sacrifice some of you to get jumped. See, that's what they don't tell y'all. Some of y'all are absolutely being sacrificed to do this stuff. But the one that's actually moving you and telling you to move, they're not going down there and doing that with you. Please. That's what they say. No, you go down there and do it for me, but I'm not about to go down there and do it. They'll motivate you. We're going to do it. We're going to this. And we're going to take back. And we're going to get this. We're going to get reformation. We're going to do this. But you go do it, but I'm not about to do it. See what I'm saying? That's exactly how it's going to be. So anyway, folks, I did my rant. Now I'll try to go and see what some of you guys have to say. Let me hear from you guys. Let me see. I know I've probably missed a lot of y'all comments, man. So if I did, I'm sorry. But as of right now, let me hear what y'all got to say. If you're trying to get me to look at your comment, make sure you put at MRM if you are on a phone or a tablet. If you are on a computer, put the at sign. Start to spell out modern. When you do that, it'll fill it in for you. When it fills it in for you, hit enter, type out your message, hit enter again. All right, so what do y'all have to say? Let me hear. Questions, comments. Because I'm going to try to read them now, because I usually don't get to that part. Kara said, as much as I'm trying to make a man for my son, I have male mentors for him. Oh, Kara, absolutely wonderful, sis. I absolutely love that. Absolutely 100% love that. And Kara, oh, I thought I did. Kara, I'll get with you later, because I thought I did something, but I'm glad that you actually said something tonight, Kara, because I actually been meaning to do something to get a hold of you with something. Okay. Non-lethal, you didn't say nothing. Trace WW says, perfect analogy regarding the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Keep preaching it, brother. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Absolutely. Do you listen to Tom Kevin Corner on YouTube? Welch, I have no idea who that is. Sir Charles says, much love in Jesus' name, brother. Good night. Sir Charles, you have a good night too. Jaden Young said, what should a man know how to do before they get married? What should a man know how to do before they get married? Know how to be a good human being first. Morals. Woo-wee. I feel like I was preaching for real. Thank you for speaking on all of these issues. Our country is being destroyed by all of this. Carrie Flynn says, well, Carrie, I think all of a sudden, I do also think that our country can be strengthened with this too. Kara, check your Instagram. It's something that I've been meaning to do for a long time and I've just been forgetting. Okay, let's see. Lilith says, MRM, it's not easy to find good male role models for young fatherless boys. Lilith, it's all about where you want to go and look, sis. It's all about where I have so many different resources in a ton of different states that I can get a hold of people that I know that can actually get a lot of young boys on straight street. I kid you not. I kid you not. You said it's not easy, but the thing is, it's all about what is it that you're looking for and for the child. You know what I mean? If you're looking for a certain type of male role model for your child, now we got to ask you the questions of you. If you wrote down a list of things that you feel, now not to your child, because you don't want to say this to your child, but let's just say if it's a certain type of attitude or behavior you don't like about your son, what you want to do is write those things down that you know is going to end up being an issue and can actually end up causing that person to go the wrong direction. You want to write those things down. And what you want to do, a brother, you might have a coworker that's a male. Let me talk to people that you work with, coworkers. They might have husbands who actually work for like the sheriff's department or working. You always can find some type of avenue of somebody that can actually do some things like that. And it's your choice. You can bring them right into your home, and have them sit there and talk to your child. I've made a ton of phone calls myself, seriously. With these things like what's going on right now, of course, I get busy with things, but there's certain individuals that I'm able to talk to their children. And when I talk to their children, I can just tell within 30 minutes to an hour, your son is going to have to be taught by life. Or I'll know, I think I'll be able to talk to your son and keep things going, because most people that want to do right, they actually show me that they want to do right. Some just do a whole bunch of talking. I want to do this and want to do that. And I'm like, okay, well, if you really want to do what you say you want to do, call me tomorrow at 3:00. I don't bother them no more. If they don't call me for the whole week, I don't bother them no more. They're not trying to really do it. It's just all talk. They say the right thing for the right moment. But I absolutely have no problem doing it. I'm so real with this stuff, but I don't waste my time either. But I hear what you're saying, though. But it's always a way, though. Let's see. Critter says, MRM, my boy's dad shot himself in the head. It was just the three of us. There was no big brother, so we went to boys club. They both played b-ball with Scottie Pippen, cuz coach, if it weren't for the church. Critter, I think I can make out what you're saying, but I'm so glad that happened with the boys club and everything. That's absolutely wonderful. Diana says, pay attention. That is crucial. That is being lost is what I think is also happening. I don't know what you mean by that, Diana. I'm kind of lost on what you were saying there. But it shouldn't be easy to find the right role model for your kids. Lethal. I actually was going to say that too. They say it's hard to find a good way. It shouldn't be easy, especially trying to find the right one. Absolutely. Just Steven said, I can't speak on what you have referenced about absentee fathers because I have not lived in your world. So I accept that your opinion trumps mine. No one now intended. No OUN intended. I don't know what that part means right there, just Steven. Okay. 134 people. Look now. Usually y'all like, hey, dude, I try to say something to you and I wasn't able to get in. I'm actually trying to tone it down a little bit to where I'm actually able to read some of y'all comments that y'all might want to have me a question about. So, oh, no pun intended. I got you. And remember, if you're on a computer, if you put the @ sign followed by MODERN, it should fill in Modern Renaissance Man. If it does that, hit enter, type out your message, hit enter again. If you're on a tablet, put the @ sign, capital MRM. Or if you're on a phone, put the put the @ sign and put capital MRM. What is going on, Katrina? How are you? MRM, Boys and Girls Club in ATL are phenomenal. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Non-lethal said, I have 4 boys and 2 that I adopted. When they didn't listen to me, I called the cops on them. The cops started coming back, mentoring my sons. Hey, that's great. That's absolutely wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. So glad to hear that. I don't know about calling the cops on your sons, but again, no, Jaden, yes, you know, yes. Don't forget this. See, this what I'm saying, folks. This what them you folks want to defund the police. Y'all don't understand. The police says they are there to protect and to serve. You are paying the police's paycheck. If you are paying the police paycheck, I hope you want to use their services. See, serve entails a whole lot of things, folks. What these people did to non-lethal son, she said the police showed up and took care of business, and now those police officers are actually mentoring her son. That's part of the police actually serving. Folks are not, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. MRM, you are that organization's worst nightmare. An educated, intelligent black man. Oh, I know. That's why they don't want to talk to me. I told y'all, look, I got really good friends that actually they on their Instagram showing Black Lives Matter and they saying things like, oh, I mean, but none of them, no. I mean, I'm talking to the extent none of them want to. They don't want to. Folks scared, and I don't know if I want to have you on a radio show because it might make some folks mad. That's why my whole that's yes. I want to make them mad because I want to make them mad because that should cause them to think, cause them to go and if you go against what I'm saying or you are disagreeing with what I'm saying, I like to know how or why, where. Because I'm just saying I'm not right about everything, but what I'm seeing right now, I'm doing this based off of facts and I'm doing it based off of the results that I see that's going to happen. And it's going to happen. It is going to happen. Mark my words, it's going to happen. Let's see. Let's see. Most riders, most riders in Black Lives Matter are white. Yeah, we know that. Serving means more than just shooting a gun at people. That's what folks don't understand. They don't understand that at all. At all. Okay, so again, folks, this is an opportunity for some of you guys that are in here. If you want to shoot a comment We're asking questions. Let's see. Gloria said, Aaron, the police serving is something we need to get back to. They haven't seen that as part of their job for years. That should be part of the reform. Gloria, I think what it is that you got to think about something. I think that the police have always done that. It's just that folks don't know that the police do that. So therefore, they wouldn't call the police for that. And I think, again, I would be more than willing to go to the police officers and do like a whole, I would be with them for, I wish, maybe I need to form my own type of job type thing where I go there and I actually talk to the police and train the police actually how to mentor young people. Because some police officers show up, they really don't know what to say or do. Because just like one of my subscribers, I don't know who it was in there, just said, just Steven said, I didn't come from that world, so I don't know. So just imagine if there's some police officers that don't know anything about that life or about their world, they really don't know how or what to say to some of these young folks. So being able to go in there and actually teach them and coach them along the way, not just know 1 week thing where I'm there for a week and all this stuff, they get a pamphlet. No, I'm talking about I need to be there almost weekly with them. Like, I'll be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then the next week I'm there again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The next week for a whole maybe 3 months, just to give them tools and stuff they need to do and use when talking to some of these young people. I'm telling you, I know a lot of stuff does not work. Watching a video does not work. Say, Tyrone was walking down the street. He saw a guy and the guy said, hey, you want to join my gang? Tyrone said, well, I don't know if I should join a gang. What do I have to do? You get to be cool. No, them videos and stuff don't. I'm sorry, them videos don't do nothing. Having a real life person right there to be there with you in the times that you're getting ready to make a bad decision, in the times that you might be, look, me personally, I had to do things. I've had to call people in the church like, hey, can you come and get me? Please come and pick me up. And I don't care where you take me, because I think that I'm going to end up getting into some trouble. I'm just being real with you. Pastor, hey, can I just come up to your house and chill for a minute, because it's some stuff that's going down over here in the hood, and I know that if I'm here with my cousins, and these folks come over here starting stuff, I know that I'm going to end up fighting with my cousins. I'm going to end up being, me and my cousins are going to be fighting with these other people. So can I just come up to your house and chill, just so I won't get caught up in it? That's stuff that me as a young man, that's stuff that I've done plenty of times. Hey, Pastor, when I get out of school today, can I just come to your house and just chill for a minute? Can I just chill there before church starts? Because I'm going to end up going back home. When I go back home, it was already some talks and stuff about what's popping off at school. When I go home, they're supposed to be bringing it to our hood. If they bring it there, I'm not gonna sit there and watch my brothers or watch my cousins and some of my buddies that I grew up with. I'm not gonna watch them sit there and get jumped. I'm not gonna do it. I know I'm going to end up fighting. So if I can come up to your house, I know I won't get. I know. I'm just saying that's the type of person that I had to be. So because of that, I know that there are young folks out there who don't have the mental capacity or even the mental strength to do what I did. So to be able to be there with them and say, hey, hit me up when something's going on. Hit me up. No, let me talk. Hey, brother, here. Matter of fact, tell them right now that you got a phone call. Tell them that you need to walk away and get this phone call. Tell them it's a job interview. I don't care what you tell them that. Hey, y'all, I got to get ready to go. This is a job interview, y'all. I'll talk to them. If I can drive to where they are, Okay, good. Where you want me to drop you off at? Look, you did a good job, man, not getting involved in it, man. I'm telling you, watch how beneficial help is going to be in the long run. So just having that right there, that's what I'm saying, these coaching along the way. MRM, I called the cops when my boys were 14 and 16 and fighting with a hoe and an axe. Man, 14-year-old arrested, waiting for court. They couldn't stay in my home together. It was 6 months of nightmare in hell till final in court. Yeah. Man, you just got to do what you got to do. You have to. They'll learn. A lot of times, these young folks don't know what they're doing out of anger. When they actually get time to calm down, then their real reasoning can really kick in. But I'm pretty sure because of emotions and adrenaline and testosterone, that stuff is really on edge and really on high. You really can do a whole lot of irrational things that you would never do if you were level-headed. There are a lot of people that are in prison right now that have written. They say things like, man, if I would have had somebody like you around that could have kept me level-headed, I wouldn't be in here right now. I know it's crazy. Yeah, Jaden. Yeah, police do that. Diana says, serve the public food. So I take pride in what I do, not just consider it as a job, part of like calling, like being a minister. But I know I have more to me than meets the eye. That's good. That's absolutely, you won't be forgotten. People like you, I didn't forget. I know a lot of women that in these organizations I went to and these places. I know every last one of the women that fed us when we were there. The ones that gave us extra lunches at the park. Peg says, I worked for the sheriff office as a 911 dispatcher. Our officers act as peacemakers in law enforcement. They are social workers. I live in the rural country in Florida. Sweet. Sweet. Freya, hello. Okay. Cool beaners. All right, folks. So I'm trying to think of what I'm going to actually title this video, even though there is a title in there. I forget. Any of y'all remember what I said I was going to call this video? I forget what I said. How many lives have been saved by police officers? It would seem like a relevant piece of information. Yeah, JRC, it will seem like a relevant information, but right now they don't care. They don't care. Nobody wants to hear about the good. Good stuff is boring. That's a really, really good question. All right, folks. So with that being said, folks, it's approaching 11 o'clock and I got some other stuff I got to do. It was awesome chatting with you guys. The ones that are in here, if you could, and you believe this message should be carried a whole bunch of different places, it is up to you guys. You guys, I'm telling you, I know it don't seem like it. It is completely up to you guys to give the video a thumbs up so it can be circulated. It is completely up to you guys to take this, to post it on your Facebook. It's completely up to you guys to share it with other family members. Otherwise, it cannot be heard. A lot of folks don't know that there are people out there like me who have a whole different outlook on what's going on because all they see is one direction, one way. They don't see that there's somebody out there telling them, put the brakes on for me, let's think about this. They don't know that there's somebody out there like me that exists and other folks out there that exist that's trying to keep these kids from getting into danger, black, white, whatever the case may be. And with that being said, again, it's up to you guys. So by giving the video a thumbs up, it allows this video to be circulated. And also, don't forget too, it's 120 of you guys in here right now. When I end this video, if you're able to go to the comment section, and even if you just put cool, great message, whatever you put, that actually makes YouTube circulate the video as well. I don't know why. This is just what they tell us. I don't care if you just leave a heart or a thumbs up. I do not care what you leave. But apparently the comment section and the thumbs up is what they really look at when they want to circulate this video around. But then again, who knows what's going to happen? They may they may try to pull the video down for spelling the Major League Baseball acronyms backwards. So anyway, again, I appreciate the conversation here. I appreciate you guys listening. You didn't have to listen to me for a whole hour and 20 minutes almost, but you chose to, and I really, really appreciate that. And with that being said, folks, I'm getting ready to check out. I hope you guys all have a pleasant evening. In this video, if there is a specific topic that y'all feel that I should talk on or that you would like me to hit on, leave that in the comment section as well, and we might hit on that, okay? And I'm gonna try to get some calls, Kara, and I'm gonna try to get you try to get my generals on too to get you guys to do a call in, and we'll be able to go from there. It might be on some of these topics here, but again, if you are listening to me in this, you can leave a comment. Also, put in here in the comment section a topic that you would like me to hit on. Put it in the comment section, not in this live chat. When this video ends, go back to this video. Don't go back to the video and watch it. When this video ends, go to the comment section and leave a comment there. Tell me what you think that we should talk about or a topic, okay? With that being said, folks, I'm getting ready to head out. I wish you guys all a good night, a good evening. I wish you all a good night and a good evening. Depending on what side of the pond you're on, I wish you guys a good day. I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and y'all know. I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. God bless you all through Jesus.